hello and welcome back. We're continuing our series on SQL and Python, where we are building a database synchronizing Python script slash application. And last time around, we were looking at synchronizing columns. So we have the ability to add tables, to add columns, to add rows, and now we've sort of flipped back up a level to deal with columns. Now, one of the things I want to do is we ran through this and we're basically spinning through doing our describe of columns. And one of the things I want to do is where there are differences, then we come in and we do this little update and we print our update. Well, what I want to do is I'm going to do something where I do a print that the difference is found, and I'm going to pull out some of these other prints. That'll work fine. That'll do it. If I get that, and then that probably looks pretty good. Okay, and then I'll print the tables. So, yeah, that's if update. So now, let's try this again. And I'm going to go through, let's make sure I'm on the right one. Let's see what we're getting, because some of these are getting changes. So, let's look at some of these, because I think we're not reading. These are where we don't read stuff exactly right. So first one here, we come up here. Let's see. Okay, so we have here, there's a yes and a no. Let's get what let's say difference found. Let's do this. Let's go ahead. Let's actually make this a little easier. So we're going to print. Let's see. Do I want? Oh, because I got rid of those two. That's what I don't want. So here we go. Oh, well, I can do. I'm going to go ahead and print the index. Yeah, IDX. Okay. Oh, let's do this. While length of source column. So let's do this. Let's just print source column. Wait, that's not what I want, because I need to go up here. Okay, so that's where the name matches. And then what I want to do is, yeah, I can probably do source column and destination column. Let's go look at that. Let's see if this will give it to me. All right, so here, for example, okay, so I've got a current timestamp, but it's the default generated. So in this case, that's going to be good. What I want to do is I want to do the modify update. So I'm going to have to go look at that default generated key, because I think that's what that is. So that's one of the things we're going to fix. So let's look here. We're just going to do fix default generated. Oh, and that's going to be there. So that's actually part of the... Those are two different ways to do that. So what we need to do is we need to fix that in our time. So if we go up here to, where's our time? Let's see, did we do, oh, here we go. So if he is that, oh wait, that's not where I want the default to be. Default. False and equal none, and I done, and that is, okay, so that's just going to say that's those two, so we're going to have to fix that one. Okay, so let's go see if we can find something else as well. So here we've got a mul, so this is a multiple prime key. So I think we're going to find these. So what we're probably going to do is we're going to be running into key issues here. Let's see, multiple, unique. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to actually dig up those keys, those indexes in those cases. Let's see, timestamp no. That's whether it's a default or whether it's nullable or not. So this one should be Okay, so the destination is the second one. And so it's saying that there it is, can be defaulted, but it's saying no. So I need to check. Let's see. Oh, I need the null. Did I not get the null piece? Oh, I didn't get the null piece. So let's go look here to, is that what I want? Default, let's see, null, I need not null, here we go. So I'm going to need this one basically. So that was in column 2. So I need to say here, let's see, sync my rows, sync my columns. So this is going to be sort of a problem. So I'm going to say here, this is going to be, elif idx equals, is that 1? No, 2. 2. So if I got to make that guy. So I get my bytes here. I go there, there, there. So here, so this is going to be source call, right? This is cur source. Whoops. Dot upper equals yes. Then I need to do, I'm going to do like a null string, right? Default. So I'm going to need here, and he's going to need to do another one. So I'm going to have to do a plus default. I'm also going to have to do a I'm going to call that the null string. And the null string is up here in 2. I'm going to sit here. So I'm going to say null string equals. So I'm going to say if it's nullable, yes. So it's going to be not null. And here, if he's yes, then null string equals null. Okay, so now let's go take a look at those. Whoops, doesn't like that. Data truncated. Oh, that's because of the columns. Sync rows. I don't need to do sync rows. Let's get rid of that real quick. That's a different issue. Oh, maybe not. Let's go. So app user doesn't like that. Let's see if I do this. Max rows equals 0. Let's go do this. Let's do MySQL. What is my little thing up here? Tutor, okay. Tutor and password. And I'm going to use tutorial. Actually, I'm going to do drop database tutorial. Whoops, if I can spell it right. Drop database tutorial. Create database tutorial. And now let's see what happens if I run it. Oh, I'm still getting an issue here. So I've got a data truncated. So let's see, what did I get right before that? Alter table, modify T1 ID. Oh, so I want to ignore 0, 1, 2, 3. So let's ignore the keys for now. And so now, let's see. I want to come in sync columns because I'm going to deal with the Oh, let's see. I am going to deal with make sure I got everything here. Oh, no, I don't. And I'll make sure I don't deal with the indexes and such. So that's 0, 1, 2, 3. So if an index not equal to 3. Now let's try it. There we go. So what we're doing here is, let me put that in there. Ignore index compare here. So now I'm going to come through. It's going to do all the data. So I've blown this away. We're going to bring all our data across. And then we'll get some alters here. Can I give it a minute while it's doing this? Yes, I am just vamping a little bit while this thing is cranking through. Okay, we finally got through all of that. So let's go back in here. And what we want to do is we've got now the columns are all coming across the same. So what I want to do is go over here somewhere, if it's going to allow that. I need to reconnect. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go into a simple, I'm going to go here and I'm going to change that. So I'm going to go alter the table. And we're here, it has address names 100 and city is 40. I'm going to change it to 50 and 20. And now what I should get is I should get those two to update as this thing comes through. And then what's going to happen is we'll see these will kick back to, what was that, 140. So if we run through and we do this, I've dropped the zeros, the max rows to 0, and I just got rid of sync rows, so just go quick. Okay, it took a few seconds to get everything back in line, but what we're going to see here is that we can see our differences. And here in address, we've got one that was a varchar 50, one is a 100. One, and we can see the difference found was there, and then it's going to modify it, and it's going to make address name equal to 50, which means we're grabbing the wrong value. And here it goes from 20 to 40, so we're doing the wrong one. So we are, let's see, when we create the sync of rows, oh, no, I want sync columns. Then what we want is we want it to be, it should be the source. So let's see if we're getting these right. So like here, we're talking at the size, which is probably here. If they're not the same, then we have this difference. And so, oh, difference is found. And that's going to be in the name equals cursource if it's 1, if it's 4, which is 0, 1, so we need 1. So for 1, let's see, call type equals cursource, which should be right. Oh, we've got the two flipped. Let's see. So source is the source columns, which is, okay, so you have source and destination. Source, which is DBC, or yes. DBC is our source. DB2 is our, yep, destination. So we should have here, when we do sync columns, oh, here it says the source column. So the source column is not getting the right thing. So source col, let's see. So I think what we want here, so that's source column, that's destination column, which we want that to be fixed here. If we do the update, then we take the column type, which should be, where's call type? Call type is nothing. Interesting. So I have that somewhere in here. So let's see. Call type. There we go. So the call type should be the current source. But the source is 50, which is not right because what we had back here was 50 was the address name. We're looking at the local. And so if we look here, let me make sure I got these right. So source is source, destination is dest. We got an update cursor, which is the destination cursor. Source equals that query, destination equals that. Source columns is the source, destination columns is destination. Source column that, destination column that. If they're the same, they come in here, name equals source column. Current source, current destination, got that, got that, got that. Got that, got that, got that. Something is awry here. Sync columns. Sync columns. Sorry, the sync rows. Sync columns. Source. Destination. Let's see. And then an update. Do I do an update? Yeah, do an update, which is on the destination. Source does a query, destination does a query. So let's go look here. Something's not quite right there. So that's probably going to run through. If I run it, and then I'm going to see the same thing. Oh, now they're the same. So let's see. Maybe I've just printed those wrong. Let's go back here. Refresh the objects tree. No. Local 50 and city is 20. If I go to my demo, did we get those flipped? If we go out here to our tutorial, did I just make a big mistake? I don't think I did, but we're going to find out in a second. Yep, 50 and 20. So let's go look at that again. Whoops. Oh, he doesn't like that. So he's got an issue. Okay, so I'm going to have to fix that, but I'm not sure why. So if I come through here, let's go look again. DB2 is my local host. Which I'm probably working everything except here. So let's go look here. Did I switch those two? Let's see. So this is DBC and DB2, which do not get changed anywhere. So source and destination. So if I come in here, source, destination, I do the description on the source, description on the destination. So it should be at 5900. Update, oops, sorry, that's sync rows, is destination as well. And so I do source fetch all, I do destination fetch all. I'm really concerned about this because that source everything here is coming out of the source except, well, that's okay. So that's a column type. So let's start here. If we go all the way up here, we're going to see address name is there, city. Oh, because it's comparing both of them the same. So we're going to have to change it out this time. So we'll have to come back and we will tackle that next time around. We've got a bug, but I think we're going to go ahead and call this, and then we will come back next time and track that bug down. As always, go out there and have yourself a great day, a great week, and we'll talk to you next time.